I'm Matt with eTrailer, and today we're talking about the Konig Assisted Tensioning Tire Chains on our 2017 Honda Civic. We're going to have this on our tire size 215/55 R16, and it's going to be on our front axle as what the manual recommends. Now, that's just the tire size we have today. That's going to fit a variety of different tire sizes too. If you're worried about if this is going to fit you or not, you can actually plug in your vehicle's information into our fit guide to find what's going to be the best fit for you. This is going to be a great option if you are in an area that gets about a moderate level of snow or ice and you just need a little bit more traction, but you want something a little bit more premium and something that's going to last you a long time and it is really easy to install. Further, what's going to make it premium is going to be these links we have up top. They're going to be the square link design. That square link design is going to give you more traction to bite through that ice and snow. And they're going to be a Class S chain. So they're going to have plenty of clearance to sit right underneath your suspension. They're also going to be made from a nickel alloy. That nickel alloy is going to make them very durable and rust resistant, so they last you a long time. Along with that, they're going to have this diamond pattern to them, and that diamond pattern is designed to give you a lot of coverage on top of your tires. They give you more traction to help you with those turns. In the center, we're going to have these coated links, and these coated links are designed that way so if they come into any points, like right here where we're barely touching our rim, if they make contact, they're going to be less likely of scratching anything up. And then at the very bottom, we're going to have the assisted tensioning mechanism. And that's really designed for when you are driving down the road and your chains are shifting some, because that's what's going to happen. They're going to loosen up some. And this is designed to apply more tension to your chains. And the majority of that is going to come from this rubber section right here. So if they loosen up at all, this is still going to apply tension. They're going to come two to a set in this pretty sturdy box, or small tote. And I do like the way they fit in here, because they're just going to bound up into themselves and kind of make this circle, which really fits the shape of the case. I rarely ever have an issue putting these back in, so I think this is a good design. It's relatively flat, so it's going to store really nicely in your vehicle. As far as installing them goes, I think this is a really easy install as far as tire chains go, and that's because we don't have to get underneath our car to make any connections. Really, the only connection that's the most difficult to make is going to be reaching up underneath your wheel well, making that back connection, but honestly, that's not really too bad to work with either. Now, if you want something that you don't have to make any connections at all, that's also going to be a really easy install, I'd recommend the Titan Chain Snow Socks. And all those do is just drape over your tire, you'll pull up some, and then make the rest of that connection. But if you don't want something where you don't have to pull up at all at the very beginning of installing this, then I think this is going to be a great option for you too. But if you are curious about what this process looks like, just stay tuned and we'll walk you through it. To start off the installation, I recommend grabbing some gloves. It's just going to make this a lot easier. And if you are doing this for the first time, I recommend staying home and trying this out, because you don't have to try to figure this out on the side of the road in the middle of a blizzard. But what we're looking for is to make sure there's no damages to the links. So making sure everything looks pretty good conditions, and nothing's tangled up. If everything looks good, we can also check the orientation. So you'll notice we have these hooks. These we want facing down and the flat surface up, because the flat surface is what's going to be touching our tires so we don't damage anything. We'll make sure this blue cord is closest to our tire, and on the other side, closest to us, we have this opening and nothing's caught up in it. Once that looks good, we can push everything to their sides and push this behind our tire. I'm going to push this all the way across until I can grab it from the other side and make sure everything's passing through. Once I've done that, And kind of set everything out so it's going to be a little bit easier to grab. And then make our connection on the back. That's going to involve this open channel and this block on the other side. Reaching over here, might be kind of hard to see what I'm talking about, but having that channel and that block come together and slide into place. Then we're going to lose our control on that and transition to the chains themselves and try to make sure everything's even, nothing's hanging up too high. And we're going to make this connection between our red hook and our red link, just like that. And this is hanging a little bit too low for my liking, so I'm just going to push it up a bit so we're not hanging on that rim. Then I'm going to come down to the bottom. We're going to take this red channel and this gray cord. You're going to push down on the silver lever and push this through if I can get a hold on it. Just like that. Then I'm going to put some pressure on here, just pulling on it. Make sure that's pretty tight. And then we're going to just push this through this link right here, or that hook right there, and then come up to the top and try to tighten this down. Going to the furthest link that we can. So right here, I can't make that connection, so I'm just going to come over here to a little bit over to the side and make sure this feels pretty tight. Then it's not a bad idea, just give it a good pull test, make sure it's tight, and then you can repeat that process on the other side. Afterwards, it's not a bad idea to either pull forward or back up some. Just make sure everything's looking good, and if it is, then you can take it out for a ride. And that was just a look at the installation and some of the features of our Konig assisted tensioning tire chains on our 2017 Honda Civic. Thanks for watching.